We did 466K cash collected last month. We did 417K net profit.
Congratulations. Mate, this is amazing.
In January, what I'm thinking of doing is doubling everything. I haven't done this yet, but I want to double ad spend from a one bear. I want double short form, the content. Also, it's 1 reel a day to 2 reels a day. However, I want to double YouTube videos from 1 a week to 2 a week. And the hope is obviously that we double call volume and we double sales and cambiar to do bigger numbers. But if I do that, I've got to hire another rep, which I said I wouldn't do because it goes against peace. So I'd have to hire a rep, which I don't really want to do. And I'd have to hire...
Whoa. Well, hold on a second.
I'm on a coaching call with a 7-figure entrepreneur. He just had the biggest month of his life. 466,000 in cash collected, 417,000 in net profit, and he's about to make the mistake that kills most businesses trying to scale. He wants to double his ad spend, double his content, hire more team members, and I had to stop him because sometimes the best decision is the one you don't make. There's 3 powerful lessons in this video for you to help you scale to $1 million a month, especially lesson 3, which is totally counter to traditional thinking. So make sure you stay around for that. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mark Dhamma, the Mill a Month Mentor. I'm the founder of Mill a Month, and we help 7-figure entrepreneurs scale towards $1 million a month in revenue while keeping healthy profit margins. I've spent 17 years coaching and consulting entrepreneurs, including Sam Ovens, founder of School.com, Ty Lopez, and dozens of 7-figure business owners scaling to 8 figures. I personally made my first online sale in 2006, and I've generated millions in revenue through my own business ventures. And what I'm about to show you is a real coaching session. To protect my client's privacy, I blurred his face and changed his voice. But the conversation, the breakthrough, 100% real. This is about sustainable scaling. Let me show you what happened. Oh, and one other thing. This video was shot the week before Christmas, so I'm wearing my ugly sweater, not my usual attire. All right, so this entrepreneur, let's call him David. He had just closed out his biggest month ever. As I said, 466,000 in cash collected, 417,000 in net profit. His business was humming.
It was actually the biggest cash collected month of my life and the biggest net profit month of my life last month.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Mate, this is amazing. Can you imagine saying that 12 months ago?
And like most entrepreneurs who have a big win, his first instinct was, let's do more of everything.
In January, what I'm thinking of doing is doubling everything. I haven't done this yet, but I want to double ad spend from a one day on double short form, the content. Also, it's 1 reel a day to 2 reels a day. I want to double YouTube videos from 1 a week to 2 a week. Okay. And the hope is obviously that we double call volume and we double sales and cambiar to do bigger numbers. But if I do that, I've got to hire another rep, which I said I wouldn't do because it goes against peace.
It goes against peace. That right there, that's the key to this entire conversation. Now listen, I am all for scaling to $1 million a month in revenue. I mean, my company is literally called Mill a Month for that very reason. Helping 7-figure entrepreneurs scale to $1 million a month while keeping healthy profit margins. However, it was my duty to pull David up on this one because David was about to violate his own vision for the illusion of growth. I'll share what I mean in a moment. Lesson 1. The stupid, simple cash collection hack. Now, before we get into the scaling trap that David was about to fall into, let me show you how David doubled his cash collected. It's so simple, you'll kick yourself for not doing it.
Yeah. It was so stupid about it. We didn't think of this earlier. So when people come in, we've got a 4K a month group, 9K a month one-to-one, 15K a month that done for you, right? And what we realized a few weeks ago was when people say yes to buy them, why don't we offer them, look, if you want to pay a few months up front, we'll be there after 1,000 off for any additional months that you pay.
That's it. After someone says yes to your offer, before you send the invoice, you say, if you want to pay 2 to 3 months up front, I'll give you 1,000, 2,000 off. I'll give you a bigger discount off by collecting the cash up front. Here's what this does. It doubles your cash collected immediately. It doubles your sales rep's commission, so there's more motivation. It eliminates payment chasing, and clients stay longer because they're more committed.
It doubles the sales rep's commission,
Yeah.
and it doubles the cash collected, or more like with the discount. And we don't have to chase people for the 30 because it's already over, you know.
Most seven-figure entrepreneurs are so focused on what's my next big move that sometimes they miss the low-hanging fruit. One small tweak in your sales process can double your cash flow. That's sustainable scaling. Not necessarily hiring 5 more people, just doing what you're already doing smarter. Lesson 2, the scaling trap, and why decide comes first. Now here's where it gets interesting. You see, David had just had this massive month, and his brain immediately went to, how do I scale this?
But on double ad spend, number 1.
Okay.
On double shortfall, the content. So it's 1 reel a day to 2 reels a day.
Okay.
I'm on a double YouTube videos from 1 a week to 2 a week.
Okay.
But if I do that, I've got to hire another rep, which I said I wouldn't do because it goes against peace.
Again, it goes against peace. See, at the beginning of his business, David set himself a mission for himself. Peace, profit, purpose. Not just revenue, not just get as big as possible. Peace, profit, purpose. You see, this is exactly what I teach my clients in the decide phase of my 3D scaling system. The problem is, most entrepreneurs jump straight to tactics. Should I hire? Should I run more ads? Should I launch a new offer? But they're asking the wrong questions. You see, before you decide how to scale, you have to decide why you're scaling and what you're scaling toward. So in the decide phase, I walk my clients through 4 foundational questions. And if you skip these, you'll scale yourself into an absolute nightmare. Here's question number 1. What's your vision for your life? What impact do you want to make with your life? When you're 80 years old, looking back, what do you want to have built? Not just in business, in your entire life. For David, his legacy wasn't build a $100 million company. It was own forever homes where his family can gather, live with peace and purpose. That's the legacy he decided upon. Here's question 2. What's your company's mission? Who do you serve? What transformation do you provide? This isn't just a tagline. This is your North Star. For David, his mission was help coaches build profitable businesses with peace, profit, and purpose. Not grow at all costs. Not build the biggest team. Peace, profit, purpose. That's his mission. And every decision has to align with that. Question number 3. What are your core values? These are the 5 to 7 principles your team follows when you're not in the room. Okay? They're the guardrails that keep you aligned with your vision and mission. Keep your whole team aligned with your vision and mission. For example, one of David's core values was simplicity. Keep it simple, keep it lean. So when he was about to hire 3 new people and add massive complexity, that violated his core value. And that's why it felt wrong. Your values are your compass. If your decision violates your values, it's a wrong decision, even if it looks good on paper. Question 4. What are your goals? Not Alex Hormozi's goals, not Sam Ovens' goals, not Mark Dhamma goals, your goals. Is it $1 million a month with 30% profit margin? Is it $500K a month with a 50% margin and 3-person team? Is it building a 10 million company and exit in 5 years? There's no right answer, but you have to be honest about what you actually want. So ask yourself, have I done the decide phase? Do I know my legacy, my mission, my values, and my goals? Because if you haven't, you're just throwing darts in the dark. Now let me show you what happened when David got clear.
Rumi only got 2 goals for next year, just 2 goals.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
number 1, buy at least 1 forever home and visible 6-pack.
Did you catch that? Forever home and a 6-pack. That's it. Not build a unicorn, not raise venture capital, a forever home and a 6-pack. And once he got clear on that, the decision became obvious. He didn't need to hire 3 people. He didn't need to double his ad spend. He just needed to keep doing what was working.
It all comes back to what's your goal? Like, why? You're like, Alex Hormozi, great. Yeah, like, but Alex Hormozi has got very different goals from you. May have very different goals from you. So it's like, well, what are your goals? And we need to know where you want to go before you choose anything.
I want the fun, easy, chill business with a small team and high profit margin, but equally, I've got an opportunity and I may waste it. But if I don't go hard now whilst I've got an edge, the end will not.
Now, this is a trap I see with entrepreneurs scaling to 7 figures and beyond. They confuse opportunity with obligation. Just because you can scale doesn't mean you should. If your mission is peace, profit, and purpose, and scaling kills your peace, then you're not scaling towards your goal. You're scaling away from it. This is what I mean when I say I'm all for scaling. Trust me. I'm all for pushing toward $1 million a month. I love that. But only if it aligns with what you've decided you want in your life. Which, counterintuitively, brings us to lesson 3. Constraints breed creativity. The how do I get both question. Here's the most powerful reframe I gave David on this call. Instead of asking, should I scale or stay simple? Ask, how do I get both? How do I double my revenue without adding complexity?
How could you get the best of both worlds? Like, how could you achieve the goal without, while sticking to your parameters, while sticking to your rules? And that's the great thing about constraints is that it actually leads to creativity. Without constraints, creativity rarely happens. So a constraint is, well, how do I double my revenue without adding anyone else to my team?
And immediately, David started thinking differently. All of these options would get him more revenue without hiring anyone, without adding complexity, without sacrificing peace. That's sustainable scaling.
When I told the team, it was like talking to myself, but just like running it through another person back to me.
By the end of the call, he made his decision.
Fuck it, I'm not done fucking hiring. Fuck it. No, I've decided. No, fuck it, I'm not doing it.
No hiring, no complexity, just doing what works better. Here's a pattern I see with 7-figure entrepreneurs trying to scale towards $1 million a month. They skip the decide phase. They jump straight to tactics, more ads, more team, more content, more, but they never ask themselves, what do I actually want? What's my mission? What are my values? What are my goals? And that's why they scale themselves into a nightmare. More revenue, less profit, no peace. The entrepreneurs who scale sustainably, they decide first. They protect what's working. They optimize relentlessly, and they never sacrifice their mission for someone else's idea of success. All right, so here's what to do next. If you're serious about scaling towards $1 million a month the sustainable way, get access to the free 8-figure scaling playbook. It's a Google Doc which shows a complete 3D scaling system. It walks you through the decide phase so you know what you're scaling towards, the define stage, how to come up with a strategy to get you there, and the do phase, which is the most important, execution and accountability. Grab it for free, the link is in the description. Or if you're already doing over $1 million a year and you want someone to hold you accountable, help you decide, help you come up with a strategy, and basically make sure you take action, book a strategy call with me and my team. We'll map out your path to $1 million a month, we'll figure out your decide phase, and we'll identify the fastest route to your goal without sacrificing peace, profit, or purpose. Book your call, the link is in the description. Either way, subscribe if this hits home. I'm Mark Dhamma, the $1 million a month mentor. Go decide what you want, then let's scale towards it.